Hey everybody, welcome to Dirt Road DIY YouTube channel. Last time we took this bad girl out, I decided we were going to take one more lap around the park. Shout out Deep Creek. And thought I tore the differential out of this thing, but it turns out it's just a CV axle. And today we're going to remedy that issue, hopefully, by taking a spare axle and replacing the cup. She's pretty bound up in there. So we started by getting the front tires off of both sides because this axle is broken. On the input splines is snapped just past where you can see on the camera. We're gonna have to take out both front axles. This side's already a Rhino axle. This side's not getting one quite yet. In order to get this axle out, we've got to do a few things. These things are going to translate directly to both sides of the machine. We're going to pull this cotter pin out, pull this castle nut off of the axle. We got to remove this ball joint, tie rod in, brake caliper. Zip tie this up out of the way so that it's not dangling. I also like to disconnect the bottom shock mount so that I can tie the upper A arm out of the way, make jerking the puppy out there a little bit easier. May not be entirely necessary on this side because it's already broken, but we'll see. Shed some light on the situation. So as you can see up in there, the rest of that axle is stuck in our differential. So we're going to clean all this crud up around it, pull the passenger side axle out, and see if we can't knock this puppy through. Alright guys, so it's been a little while. We got the other side apart. However, in light of new information, I believe we're going to have to take out the front diff. Just don't see any way of getting that stuck axle piece out of. There's just no way. I don't see it happening. So in order to get this differential out of here, we're going to take out these 4 bolts. Those, be careful because those 2 bolts right there allow the differential to drop out of the bottom of the frame. We'll have to take out that nut in the yoke so that it can separate from the pinion. And on the other side, I'll have to take out those 2 bolts. Well, we'll take the nuts off probably. I don't know. We'll either take the whole bracket, or the bracket with the diff, or the diff with the bracket, or the diff without the bracket. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to take out probably all 4 of those right there. Those 2 bolts and those 2 nuts. And that front differential is going to slide right on out. Just in case you guys are wondering, numero uno, big dog. All right, so we have the differential cradle out. There's this guy. We have my homemade jack supporting the bottom of the differential currently on some 2x4s because it's not quite tall enough to reach that high. Now all we should have left to do is take out these two, this one and this one, bolts, and our differential should, in theory, slide right out. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, guys, maybe if your luck's anything like mine, your front diff will pour out straight water. Don't forget to undo the friggin' vent line, because if not, you're just gonna have milky poo-poo all over your garage floor, and it's gonna stink forever. Oh man. Oh yeah. Get some rags, clean that up. All right, guys, so we got our differential here on the table. She's a bit mucky. Gonna clean some of this up off of here, spray her with some penetrating grease. Maybe let it sit for a few minutes, and then she keeps wanting to give, so I got a little rag up underneath of here. Get her cleaned up, open it up. See if we can't get that stubborn little broken shaft out of there. Might ended up putting it in the press over here just to hold this puppy solid while we work on her. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and finish removing all of these bolts here. Got our diff on the table, all of them broke free. flathead screwdriver, some kind of pry bar. Actually, you don't even need one. Just lifts right apart. Woo-wee! It's a diff in need of some service, that's for sure. There she goes. Yeah, definitely gonna need a little bit of work there. So I couldn't find my pliers for this, so I ended up doing it a way that you probably shouldn't. You gotta be really careful with these snap rings because they will go flying across the room. However, I used a couple of really small flatheads and a pick. In a pinch, if you can't find your pliers or you can't afford to buy them. So we're gonna pull that guide pin out and should be able to get that little axle out of there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it, the headache of today. Read it and weep. I win. Now we get to put this bugger back together. I am going to clean this up because evidently when this axle let go, it'll let some water in. Also probably going to be resealing this differential just because, again, water. I'm going to get this baby all cleaned up and we'll see you when it's time for reassembly.